All right, hey designers. Okay, it's gonna be weird to look up at the ceiling and then this is how my head. Look on my head, but I'm excited that we're here. We're making our first wearable project, and we're really making. I made my pattern out using the commercial pattern, so it's better at 50/30. But you're going to be getting a pattern using a drafting paper. We were intentional on that because future designers use like using a commercial pattern. There's nothing wrong with commercial patterns. Draft your own pattern to make them possible. Use commercial patterns. I use commercial patterns all the time because I don't draft. Okay? So what I did is the first thing I did is I fabric and I washed it. So I made sure it was washed so that it won't have any shrink. It's polyester, so it's not going to shrink. But I just washed it to make sure it was clean. I residue left over, that it all was washed out. Okay, so I washed, dried it, and then I ironed it because I want my fabric to be as flat as possible when I lay my pattern on it, so there's nothing wonky when I'm cutting pieces. Okay. For today, I'm just going to show you the top half of the pattern, and then we'll do the bottom half in the half of the pattern. Okay, so what I did is I laid out all of my pieces and slightly, so I'm going to move this a little bit. I should get my back. So I laid out all of my pieces, and I'm using a wide. So your fabric, if it's narrower, so if it's 45 inches wide, you may have to lay your pattern out different. And laying out the pattern is just a jigsaw puzzle uh, type experience, and you want to leave as few. You want to utilize as much of the fabric uh, wide open spaces as you can. I usually get interesting with my open spaces, so I have right now I have an open space here, so I might I decided to use the pocket. I'll read this space in order to make the pocket. Okay, and again, we're only going to this layout is only for the top half of the dress. So these are the pieces that you have, and yours won't be numbered, but you have the sleeve. So this is going to be your sleeve, and we are sleeve with a cuff. This is the back of your bodice, so the back of the top part, and this bodice piece is on the fold. Okay, so remember when we made a toiletry bag, we cut it on the fold. So you want it on the fold so that when we cut it, it's going to open up and it's just going to be one piece. Okay. On your bodice, you also do have a dart that we're going to put. Then we have the bodice front facing, so that's the piece that's going to go inside this part of the dress. This piece is also going to be interface, so we're going to cut two pieces of interface using the exact same pattern. This is the skirt front facing, so this is the piece that's going to go down in the skirt underneath. We're also going to cut two of these, and we're going to cut interfacing. So since this fabric is folded, this is automatically going to give us two pieces. This is going to give us. With it, this is the front of our bodice, so this is the front part. Dress, and there's a bigger dart here. There's a big dart here. Actually, our collar. So I'm going to take the collar off of here. So in order to save space again to not fabric, I folded this collar in half. So this is what the collar piece actually looks like, right? So it's that big, and you see with the way that our fabric is, I don't have enough space to lay it anyplace else. So what I did, and what you can do with many pieces, think of any piece that's twice as long that is right? So both of these are exactly the same. This is exactly the same. This is going to be exactly the same, so we can cut it on the fold. So I folded this one in half, and then I'm going to place it on the fold. I'm going to cut one, and then after I cut the first one, then I'm going to do another one right here. Okay? Okay. The other thing that I want you to take note of pattern is that you have some markings on your pattern. Markings I have listed in the module with what are, but what markings generally do specifically, not just what specifically markings on your pattern does is it tells you where pieces match. Two pieces will match together. So, for instance, on this on this collar, right, we can go to the bottom. Now, since we're tighter, you can start that you're going to trace out what you well, but you'll see on the right edge. Actually, you can't see it that great, but mark those triangles with chalk. And the reason we're going to mark them with chalk is because when we go to put our front and our back piece together, which is just out of the frame, it also has markings on it. Let's see. There's also markings on. Sorry, I was here. So there's markings here on the side, and there's markings here on the side. So we our tailor's chalk with our pen, and then when we go to sew, we match the two pieces up so we can know they match. There's also markings on the top here and on the top of bodice, so we know where those pieces also match with our sleeve, right? So with also marking a center sleeve marking, right? So those are all the important pieces. So the marking is super important. The markings are super important when we get to matching our pieces. All commercial patterns are going to have too. They're going to have a line here to tell you which way your line, a grain line. So that tells you which way the grain of your fabric should be on. We talked about that. It's really important that you go with the grain, unless you're doing a bias cut garment, right? That you go with the grain. So commercial patterns will have that as well, and then you as a designer will automatically know where your pattern out. Okay, like I said, we're just going to do the front part of the garment. I'm going to start cutting. I'm using handy dandy rotary cutter. It's just a little faster. Scissors work too, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut all cut up here. And then remember, this one we're going to cut twice. So I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to put it right back down here, and I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut one more, and I'm going to come back on the other side with all the pieces cut, and then I'll show you how to do the markings. Okay. All right. See you on the other side.